my mom can attest, like every morning before school we're watching SportsCenter while we're eating our cereal, and like now being like, oh, like I get to make these kind of things, like I'm on SportsCenter is just a really cool full circle moment.
Dylan Castagne, who joined WUVA in 2019, has had quite the journey through the sports media world so far. He went from UVA to an internship with the Washington Nationals and is now a content associate at ESPN.
So I just like had a friend who was in WUVA, and he was an editor there at the time, and he's like, hey, there's this guy who's in charge of the sports department. He's a really cool guy. They do a lot of cool stuff. If you're interested, let me know. I'll send him a text. I was like, great. That's how I met Matt Newton, who at the time was the sports director for WUVA, and he was really great. I'd never been on camera, been behind camera, edited, anything like that, and so I just kind of started from scratch. He taught me everything I needed to know, started working on my first video. Cool, we drove like an hour and a half to do an interview, drove all the way back, and then he's like, all right, here's your SD cards, like go to work. And I kind of sat in that studio, I think for like 8 hours that day, kind of just like piecing through things, and like when I left that day and like I wasn't completely done, but had a good kind of like structure the story, I was like, this is awesome. Like this is what I want to do forever.
Castagne's job at NFL Films led to working on more documentary-based and longer-form content. His next stop as an intern with the Washington Nationals allowed him to focus on social media and what fans saw on the Jumbotron.
I was more behind the camera, which when I was at WUVA and in college, like I'd done a little bit of both, and I was like, do you know what, I could definitely see myself going either way professionally. Like I like being a reporter, I like getting to interview athletes about their stories, but I also really enjoy editing. I like that side of storytelling, so I don't want to say lucked into NFL Films, but you know, like once I got there, just took the opportunity and ran with it, worked really hard, and then kind of went to the Nationals for a year, and now, like you said, I've been with ESPN for a little less than a year and a half, started as a production assistant, now just got promoted to a content associate, and so that's been really cool, kind of like getting back into like sports every day.
He creates short-form content that is typically around 10 seconds and has a very quick turnaround.
If there's like for the finals, right, like we might do a tease, like getting people excited, right, like those might be 35, 40 seconds of like really like high quality video. Maybe it's historical footage of the last time that the Thunder were in the finals or the Pacers won, made it to the finals. Seeing the first thing that I cut made air was like, I told all my parents like, oh, watch SportsCenter at this time, because I made this 10-second thing, and looking back now, it's like I've probably made at this point thousands of those bumps, and it's like, all right, who cares about the 10-second thing, right? But I think for me, like I've had like walking into the SportsCenter studio for the first time, like on our first day, they had us do a tour, and so like, oh man, this is where everything happens. That was really cool.
Dylan expressed much excitement for his upcoming work.
What do you think will be a key to this game?
He is looking forward to working for a secondary organization that falls under ESPN later in the year. I am Shibu, WUVA.